What's up, guys? Dylon here, and today I'm going to talk about how my Vitruvian has failed me. So comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into this video. So when I say Vitruvian's failed me, it's multifaceted. Isn't as simple as Vitruvian has failed. But as you'll see, I have a box behind me. This box right here, that is a new Vitruvian. And I'm sitting on my old Vitruvian. And what happened was I was lifting, and I was lifting probably, I think it was probably about 370 pounds on the Vitruvian. And it was a sumo deadlift that I was doing. And I was pulling the weight, and then all of a sudden, one cable just on one side just released. And then the machine started flashing orange, and it wouldn't retract the cables. And I had to turn it off and turn it back on to reset it. And I completely reset my workout, and it was a bummer. And if you know anything about Vitruvian, and one of the things I love about it is that it can go up to 440 pounds in weight. And I was at 370, so I wasn't maxing the machine out. Now, it wasn't a small amount of weight, but by no means was I maxing the machine out. So there really shouldn't be an issue in that situation, but there was. And so I tried to recreate it. And what happened was I did the exercise again, and boom, same thing happened. Probably on my third rep of my 5 sets of 6 reps on this Vitruvian, third rep, and the cable releases again. I stumble, and then I have to reset the machine. So I was like, that's frustrating. I might as well let Vitruvian know because I'm within their warranty period. And if there's something wrong with the machine, I want to know if that's the case and how they can help me. Or if I'm doing something wrong, what am I doing wrong? And how can I change it so that I don't do that wrong again and I can actually get through my workout? I sent an email to Vitruvian, their warranty department, and the process it wasn't super smooth and streamlined, but it wasn't terrible because these are expensive machines. And if they're going to warranty the machine, or if they're going to solve a problem, they need to know what happens. And since these are home gyms, they don't necessarily have eyes on you. And so they require that I submit a video of the incident, right? Of the machine breaking. It's how do I recreate that situation? And so I was like, I guess I have to work my way up to 370 pounds on the deadlift and film myself doing that and see if it happens again. So I did it, and it happened again. So I was able to recreate the issue, same scenario, same lift. And the issue also happened when I was doing some squats as well. So that kind of upper level of weights, it didn't seem to happen when I was doing less weight on the Vitruvian, less resistance. And so I recorded the video, and then I took a screenshot of their diagnostics. They have a part on the app where you can go and see the diagnostics. So if this happens to you, the best thing to do is if you're recording it, save the video, and then immediately go into the app before you close that session and look at the error log and take a screenshot of that, because that was something they asked for as well. And then they asked for the machine number and the serial number at the bottom of the machine so they can look into the issue, so they can go and potentially diagnose what happened. And this was probably about a 2-week process of back and forth because I didn't have all the required information in the beginning. And ultimately, they got back to me and said, hey, our engineering team can't figure out what the issue is from afar. So what we're going to do is we're going to send you a new Vitruvian, and then we'll just send back your old one. So let us know when you get the new one, send back your old Vitruvian, and there you go. Pretty seamless process. So I have the new Vitruvian here. So now all I have to do is pack this old one up and put it in the box and bring out the new one. Now, I will say this is actually my third Vitruvian, because a similar issue like this happened before when I first got the Vitruvian. And they did the same thing, and they sent me a new one, and I sent the other one back. And so that's really cool that they take care of you. But there's a couple things that I'm worried about. Is one, I love the machine, and it's great. But I don't like that I had this failure of the machine, and now it's been on multiple machines at those heavier weight points. One of the benefits and one of the cool things about the Vitruvian is that it can do those heavier weights, and it can do up to 440 pounds. And the last thing you really want is for the machine not to actually be capable of what they market it for, because that weight limit alone was that amount of weight that you could lift was the key deciding factor for me to even get a smart home gym, to even do that. Because I'm like, wow, that's a good amount of weight. I don't really foresee myself needing to lift much heavier than that at home, and just in general for what I'm looking to accomplish. So 440 pounds, it was enough weight for just about everything I needed to do, anything I needed to accomplish. Like, it's more than enough weight for anything on bench press for me. It's plenty of weight for me to be squatting. It's plenty of weight for me to be deadlifting, especially if I could do reps at that weight. And if the machine can handle it, that's great. And normally when you engineer something that has these pulleys and moving parts and stuff like that, and has weight capacities and weight limits, normally the specified weight limit or weight capacity is much lower than what it's actually capable of handling. Like an elevator, if you get into an elevator, it tells you like the weight capacity of the elevator. And I'm not an elevator specialist, but normally from what I understand is that weight should be a lot lower than what it's actually capable of doing. And so I would assume those same engineering principles would be in the Vitruvian. So when they say it can do 440 pounds, and they might actually limit the motors on this or the systems on this so that you can't actually do more than 440 pounds, and I'm fine with that, but it's actually capable. They have a much stronger motor in this thing to where it could do more than that. That's what I would hope. What would be a bummer is if the systems in this are at their max at 440 pounds, and that is like their max potential for the machine. Now, I don't think that's the case, but with these failures happening, doesn't necessarily make me 100% confident that's not the case. And so that is a bummer on this machine. And I don't want it to happen again on the third machine because these are expensive machines. And the last thing you want is your machine to fail like this outside of a warranty period where it's not covered. And so I hope Vitruvian takes the issue, takes the situation that happened with my machine and perhaps it's happened to other people's machines, and they fix it and they make a machine that doesn't happen to. Because when I bought this thing, I want it to last at least 2 years, but definitely more. Like if it can last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, if I get 2 good years out of it, I won't be happy if it breaks, but I'll at least have 2 good years out of it and it'll be worth it for me, like bare minimum. But I really want this thing to last 5+ years, right? I love this thing to last for just about for forever. I know that's not going to happen because it's not your standard barbell and iron plates that will last forever as long as you aren't just throwing them on the ground haphazardly. But I understand these things, these electronics things, they do break over time. But I would love for it to be a very robust machine that can last a while so that the only reason I would need to upgrade it is because a new Vitruvian comes out with some hardware features that make it worth upgrading. And I expect that to happen if the company keeps going and they keep building, keep innovating, and they keep growing. I expect them to have a new machine in 3 years to 5 years that outclasses this machine. That's what happens. Like I ride mountain bikes and that inevitably happens. New mountain bikes come out and the hardware outclasses the old one. And to where you're like, you know what, I probably should upgrade. It's not worth me using this older one anymore. But with that said, I do hope that the machine lasts and I don't have this issue anymore because it is frustrating. It's a process to have this thing shipped to my house and then have to go through all that. But I will say on the Vitruvian, the side of Vitruvian is they were very communicative. The process wasn't that bad. And I have a machine here. They shipped it out super fast and they replaced the whole machine, which is really cool. And that's a really stand up from the company. So definitely props to them. They're taking care of their customers. And it didn't take any sort of, I didn't have to complain or anything like that. It didn't take like multiple emails or it was just, hey, this was the issue that happened. What do you guys think? Is there something wrong here? Can you help me fix it? And they engaged professionally, promptly, and they helped me fix it. And that resulted in a new machine. So I am excited to get this new machine opened up, to start working out on this new machine. It'll be bummer to see this old one go. But overall, it's been a fairly streamlined process as far as warranties go. I wish I didn't have to warranty it, but because I did and they took care of me, I think that's great. And so if you're in a similar situation, don't hesitate to reach out to them. If your machine's not functioning right, or you get those orange flashing lights, make sure you reach out. You want to be safe. You want to make sure that the machine's not going to break on you. And you want to make sure that if you do have the machine within a warranty period, that you do take advantage of that because these things are expensive. And you do put a lot of your hard-earned money in this. And the last thing that you want is have money sitting around in something that's not functional, causing you not to get your workouts in or to stagnate or to have a bad idea about the company because the machine broke. But if they're going to fix it, I think it really shows that they're committed to their product. They're committed to servicing their clients and taking care of them. So great job, Vitruvian. Thank you. And I'm just looking forward to putting this machine through the ringer and putting more than 370 pounds on this thing, dipping into the 400s or more, and seeing that it can handle it because it should be able to handle it because that's what it's been advertised to handle. So I'll let you know updates on that as I do more workouts, as I increase some of my lifts on there. But these machines should handle that. And Vitruvian, if you're listening, you're watching, definitely make sure that these machines and future machines can handle that. And whatever problem that my machine had, I hope it gets fixed and so it doesn't happen again. That, in a nutshell, is how my one Vitruvian failed me, my physical machine failed me, But Vitruvian, the company, you guys didn't fail me. You took great care of me, and I still recommend your product to anyone looking to get a smart home gym or someone who doesn't want to buy the full barbell and weight setup. I think Vitruvian's an amazing piece of equipment for someone that wants to really enhance their workouts, be able to do more in less time, and really get an amazing value for, even though they're expensive, I think it's an amazing value for the money because I think it's worth every penny and the kind of time you save and the efficiency of the workouts. So with that said, if you want to give Vitruvian and you want to support the company and the channel, use my affiliate link below this video to purchase one of these. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer them. Happy to make other videos on topics and things that you're interested on when it comes to Vitruvian, working out, entrepreneurship, all those fun things. And that's it for this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.